Hi guys, welcome back to another book review. You can tell that I'm so excited for this book review. Like I mentioned in my last book review, that every month, by the end of each month, we're going to be reviewing the book that I read through that month. And today, without further ado, let me introduce you guys to the book that I read this month. And that is the popular, I say popular because I believe almost everybody will have read this. But if you have not read this book, I'm going to be telling you reasons why you should grab this book in this video. This book, Atomic Habits: Tiny Changes, Remarkable Results by James Clear. He is a New York best-time selling author rather, on self-productivity books, and he authored this book sometime in 2018. I believe it's been a couple of years ago, but even though, guys, this book is still a best time selling book and is so good. Actually, if you want to improve your productivity, improve your habit and all of that, this book is amazing. I'm not going to give you guys any spoiler whatsoever, because these books are practical steps that I have also incorporated in my life and in my habits, that they have really helped. Also, I started reading this book like I think in 2023 or beginning or late of 2022. I started reading this book. Then I stopped and I picked up again this month. So that was how I finished this book. I started reading from the beginning this month again, and then I finished this book. So the book Tiny Changes, Remarkable Results by James Clear focused on four major things that I have deduced, and I believe is the major thing that is in this book. And the one is 1% rule. The second one is screw your goals and choose systems. And the third one is identity change, which I love very much. And then the fourth one is the 4 laws of behavioral change. Now, when we're talking about the 1% rule, James Clear says that if you do a particular habit, or if you consistently do an habit every day, by the end of a year, if it is from 1%, you go on to 37.5% in doing that same thing, rather than just doing a bad habit. And then once you do that bad habit, every 1% of that bad habit, it goes to minus 0.01% by the end of the year. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement, meaning that the more you do it, they create a compound effect in your life. So you can tell by the introduction of this video, I was talking about eating healthy or eating an apple a day takes the doctor away. So imagine just that little bit of habit change can actually create a significant result. So basically, that is just what an habit is, and that's one of those things he specifically, or he hit the nail on the head in this book. So the 1%. So the more you do a particular thing, even if it's just as tiny as an atom, as tiny as those little changes, it makes a greater or a bigger result on the long run. And I believe that in our society, we are so used to the instant gratification, where we just want to see results at once. But he explains delayed gratification, where you keep on doing one particular thing, allowing that particular thing to create a habit in you, and then you see the compound result on the long run. This rule that says once I reach my goal, I'll be happy, it's a mirage, to be honest, because if you keep on putting that concept in your head, that means you might not end up reach that state of happiness, because once you're at that goal and maybe it's not achieved, then you don't feel happy, and then you keep on quantifying your happiness to a particular goal. That's why it's very important that you shouldn't choose goals, but rather choose systems. So reading this book has really opened my eyes and my mind to the fact that, oh, I'm not just chasing a goal, but actually chasing or putting myself in the system to achieving that goal. Oh, quite alright, goals are beautiful, goals are wonderful. Yes, you set your goals, but what are those systems that are going to take you to that goal? Oh, you want to have your room cleaned up every time of the day. What are those systems you are going to put in place to actually have that room be clean or be tidied up every time of the day? So that is why the systems are actually way more important than the goal. James Clear says the purpose of setting goals is to win the game. However, the purpose of setting system is to keep playing the game. Now, which one is better? Winning the game one time, or rather still in the system of playing the game? I believe the certain system of playing the game is more better. So you just kind of keep something in your head that, oh, we're not just eating our eyes on the go, but we're eating our eyes on the system, and that is more that gives more longevity. I do say so, and it also gives it more sustainability, basically, like keeps you afloat. For example, on my YouTube channel, oh yeah, the numbers are good, the subscriber counts are good, but I'm focusing on consistency, and I'm focusing on, you know, building a community, which I believe is more important. Of course, the subscriber count is wonderful, but if I do not build that consistency or build that system on the channel, how else will I even get those subscribers? So it's very important that we focus more on our systems, or more on the systems rather than the goals. Now, talking about my favorite thing that James Clear mentioned in this book, and that is identity change. Your identity should reveal your outcome. He said something, and I'm going to read for you guys. And he said that it is hard to change your habit if you ever change the underlying beliefs that led to your past behavior. You have a new goal and a new plan, but you haven't changed who you are. What are we talking about here, sis? So people really want to do the outcome, and then the identity will follow through. But rather, the reverse is the case. The identity, then the outcome will change. So you want to become a writer, but you're not writing every day, or you're not taking up the identity as a writer, or you want to eat sorry, you're right, you want to eat more healthy, and you're not doing those activities that are going to keep you in that line, or you're not taking up the identity of being a healthy person. How then do you get the outcome? So it's very important that we go from the identity to the outcomes. He also went further to talk about 4 laws of behavioral change, which he said was make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. James Clear also says something about the first law, which is make it obvious, and it says that the more automatic a behavior becomes, the less likely we are to consciously think about it. For example, waking up every day around one particular time, or brushing your teeth, checking your phone. All of these things are more like automatic behaviors, but they are mostly unconscious because they are now part of your everyday life. And also you ask yourself, does this behavior help you become the type of person you want to be or you wish to be? So, meaning that in behavioral change, making it obvious is you are putting those things, or those things of those aspects of the things you want to change, you are putting it in your face, you are keeping it, making it obvious, making it where you are supposed to actually accomplish them. It just makes it easier. It makes the behavioral change easier to you than maybe when it's afar off. The idea of putting those habits and making it somewhat a little bit attractive and just kind of sparks your interest to actually doing them. You want to read your book, you want to create a book reading habit. Why not just getting beautiful markers or beautiful sticky notes that you could make notes, or to just stick in or mark those points that you have taken notes in your book? To me, that's like a little form of making things attractive, and then it also sparks your interest and improves your habit of becoming a reader. I believe that this is just so important, and then also making it easy. I think we should just dead the idea of actually just making tasks so rigorous, and it has to be 5 hours reading, it must not be less than 5 hours. Come on, we should just kind of make things at least a bit easier for us, so that we can actually adapt these healthy practices or these healthy habits. Now, I usually tell my clients, I do skincare consultation, by the way, or on the side. So I usually tell my clients that less is more, and just having a 3 simple step routine, or just a step that basically just targets your particular problem or particular skin problem is just perfect, rather than just using everything all at once. Meaning that it's just making the whole rigorous skincare whatever routine so how rigorous it is, just bringing it down and narrow it down to a couple of steps. This is just an example of making it easy. And then another thing is also making it satisfying. Now, it's something I also tell myself that anytime I'm done making a YouTube video, I then go to eat. So I don't eat until I make my YouTube videos or I create content. I know it's more like would you be tired? But I believe that as a little bit of a reward system where I just kind of like, oh, once I'm done filming, which is like it's enjoyable, but sometimes it can be hard. So it's like, yeah, once I'm done with that, I just go and eat, which is like my reward system. So making it satisfying or putting a reward behind every task, it just kind of opens your mind to be like, oh, once I'm done with this, I do this. Once I'm done with that, I do, like, I reward myself with this thing. And he also said that we are trying to put in or taking few good steps into the good habits and taking more steps away from the bad habits. So that's what James Clear said. So that's also very important, that we are trying to work towards good habits and then leaving bad habits behind. So we are taking more steps to good habits and further steps to bad habits. The first tip I will be giving you is how to recover from habits when they have been broken down. You are on a journey to creating better habits or good habits, but yeah, there are some inevitable things that can happen, like traveling, maybe going for a vacation, or maybe even some family calls, family things that you have to attend to. Times like that, your habits might actually break down. But not to worry, you don't have to beat yourself up or just kill yourself that, oh my goodness, I'm done, the habits are not going. No. But what you just have to know in your head is that you have to make sure that you don't repeat it twice. So he said something like, never make the mistake twice. For example, you're on a healthy eating journey and today, oh, you cheated by maybe eating 2 slices of pizza or something like that. Don't beat yourself up, sis. But you just know that by the next day, you are choosing a better, healthier habit or better, healthier food, and maybe even just having it more or twice in that day, rather than just leaving it to chance or whatever. I've eaten maybe something I shouldn't be eating, and then no, you're actually supposed to just keep at it and then don't make that same mistake twice. So guys, that is basically what I've learned from this book, and I'm so glad that I'm so glad I've been able to review it after so long, which I wanted to actually do review, because like I said in the beginning of this video, I've read this book like twice now. This is the second time I'm actually picking up to read, and I'm reading it even with more understanding than I read the last time. Guys, if you want more videos on recommendations of books that you want me to read, like I said, this is going to be a form of accountability where we read books this year and become better versions of ourselves, right? Yeah. So if you want more videos like this, more recommendations of books that you want me to review, please do tell me before the end of the month, or like more like the beginning of the month. Send a message or put in the comment section so that we can read before the end of the month, finish reading before the end of the month, and then we can review the book. Thank you guys so much I think I'm talking so much that I'm actually trying to catch my breath. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm so glad that you came back again for another review. Please do not forget to give this a thumbs up, send it to your friends that might also want to read this book, send them this review, and then also they can be encouraged to actually purchase their own book. I'm going to be putting up a link where I purchased mine, and if you want to, you can also purchase from there, but you can purchase from any trusted book vendor, online or physical. Thank you guys so much again for watching this video, and I'm definitely going to see you in my next one. Bye.